Alright, that's cool. Lost connection. Ah, my stream crashed, guys. Good old stream crash. The moment your stream crashes, that's on YouTube's end. My internet is fine. I'm pretty sure this is the peak, but it might be at noon or something. Oh, come on. Something bite. Yeah, my stream crashed, John. I think it's on YouTube's end. It does that occasionally. Not sure why. I'm half tempted to try that. Yeah, I'll look at it here in a second, John. Let me get some of this stuff set up here. Why did that give me a spinner? Come on. And you guys, welcome back to the stream. My thing crashed. Oh, okay, yeah. It tells me as soon as the broadcast, it just had a connection error. It does it on occasions. Are you going to play in this one, John? You can't fish from your boat, and I'm just killing some time before it starts. And then I got to go back to work for about an hour. You're trying to get a muskie as close as you can to 12 pounds. I'm pretty sure it's 12 pounds or 12.3, something like that. Yeah, only from the shore. Yep. And it's got to be a topwater lure. Yeah, this one's pretty fun. You might get 4 muskie, you might get 8 muskie. It just all depends. I usually get a decent amount of them. You're going to catch some uni walleye? All right, let's see it, Tony. Let's see it. guess I could try my X Series popper out. Do I trust it? I'm gonna try that X Series popper if I still got it with me. Let's see if the X Series popper will get anything. Did I bring it? Did I lose it? Is it not with me? Is it way down here? It's way down here. Alright, hold on. Let's make sure I didn't do nothing silly. Alright, we're good. Oh yeah, I never forget the stout, bro. Stout or the popper pint. Everything but the rainbow popper. The rainbow popper you can throw away. Almost all those St. Patty's Day things are good. I haven't figured out what the rainbow popper's so good for. It took me forever to catch the snakehead on that thing. I know that. Now this thing's supposed to be bringing up hogs, right? It's got the X Series brand on it. Anybody else gonna play in the musky toppings? I know John's in. I'm not sure yet, John. When I get back, I'll see. I was wanting to stream the, there's another one I was wanting to stream, and I can't remember which one it was. If you want, you can just jump in my party on stream. I don't care. I don't know, y'all. I'm not seeing nothing extra fabulous about this X Series popper. 55 pounder should have jumped up a little by now. No, I do not. I do think colors matter. Somewhat. I just usually just try to rotate. Like if I'll catch one fish on one, I usually rotate out. And if there's one, I do on the Congo. I've noticed it's kind of backwards, so to speak. I'll catch Nile perch on a black one at night, and the glow shad seems to work just as good in the day. That sort of thing. I have noticed that, Justin. But generally speaking, if I'm in a spot and I know it seems active, just simply rotate out. I've noticed sometimes as well, like on the tiger fish at the Congo, if you catch the trophy on like a blue major popper, then I'll usually switch to the black or green one, that sort of thing. But as far as having it dialed in enough to where I could make a video or a guide saying what certain lure on what certain time, I do not. I don't know if I... Yeah, I think sometimes it's just hit and miss, man. But I have noticed if you catch a one-on-one, like, well, this one takes too long. I've noticed a lot if, let's say I'm fishing at the con or just fishing for anything in particular, I might just rotate. It's like the game just wants you to rotate a color. And unless something's really hot, I might do that very thing. Like now I'm going to go to a 5.0 blue one and just see. Even though this is an X series, this should have been hitting something. So just like in this instance, I've caught one off the X series, so I'm just going to switch out and put on another one. But you will find there is a little bit of patterns. I wanted to say, way back in the day, fishing for pike here, you could use the a lemon spoon on a sunny day, and then the orange spoon on a cloudy day. That sort of a thing. But I know at the Congo and a lot of the other lakes, I do switch out my shads. And um, in other words, even like for the walleye, for example, you can catch them on a purple worm at night or the glowworm, but you would think the glowworm would be the one you'd want to use at night, and the purple one you'd want to use at day. But I've found sometimes even on the walleye, I'll catch the unique walleye off a purple one instead of the glow in the dark. So in other words, I haven't found any rhyme or reason why that does work, Justin. Other than just alternating is a pretty good idea. Boy, and I hope the comp goes quicker than this is. This is a cloudy day, but I don't know if... Let me look at that weather forecast. I'm pretty sure it was one of these peaks here. Let me look at this thing. Is it partly cloudy? Yeah, it is partly cloudy on this one. Yeah, I can send you some. Here's the one I'll use in the, I got a 12 pounder. You'll stand over here on the bank. There's a nice 12 pounder for the comp. You kind of got to stand, you got to walk way down to the left though, John. And then the other one I found, I wish we could, Justin. For whatever reason, it is not, got 17th and that. It is not cross-platform, unfortunately. I wish that it was. I do wish that it was. Hold on a second, too, John. I'll send you this mark. And, John, if you come in right behind me... Hold on, where is that mark at? Where is that mark? Is this one? This right here is not bad, John. This little spot, and you can fish that off the bank as well. Just fish that off the bank, but I do... Let me see. I got to get into this promptly, guys, because after this, I got to go to work for about an hour. I'm hoping in the future they make it cross-platform, because I've met several people since I've started my channel that I would love to interact and play with. So hopefully one day that they will make that cross-platform. John, you can kind of just start a little later than I do if you wanted and kind of watch. I'm not saying I'm going to do anything great, but it's a lucky thing. But what I normally do is I just walk way down here and hit that spot down there first. And I usually go the 3-0s because you're looking for the smaller one. I'll start down there, John, in that pike alley, so to speak, and then I'll come up here and just kind of stand by this little rock that's up here, John, and you can just cast out there. But that whole spot right there is usually You can just stand here by this rock. Just remember that rock right there. And you can fish right there. There's also muskie here. John, you can just cast straight out here, John. But I'm going to start. I usually do the long walk real quick. I'll get down here and then this spot down here is kind of weird the way I fish it, but it's usually fairly lucky for me. I'll try to get a couple down here and see how active it is, then I'll move up there. But I do use the Stout Walker a lot, John. Stout Walker or any 3.0. And I've caught the Unique by mistake too, but this is a little bit of a walk, John. You probably could have spawned a little farther closer, but I go way down here, and then I can just spawn back and walk to those closer spots. So it does take a little bit of your time, but usually this spot's fairly active. I'll try the 3.0 Major Popper first. And then that first mark I gave you, John, you can kind of just stand right here and be aware that there's weeds right here. So if you cast right there, though, that's usually money. And just work it right along that weed line. And then obviously if you get one that's close to that 0 mark, then go for a big one, John. Then maybe upgrade your hooks if you happen to get lucky. And they will follow it almost to the bank too, so work it all the way in. I've had him hit it up close here. I want to use my smaller Loki, but I'm scared if I get a uni. That's happened to me in this before, and it took me 8 minutes to get it in. I actually wish I had my Thunder Spin. Do I have a Thunder Spin with me? I might have to do that very thing too, guys. Let me look and see. Oh, that's not strong enough. I wish I'd have brought my Thunder Spin with me. I might try, guys. Hold on a second. I might regret... Oh, did I even bring a... I sure did not. Dang it. I'm going to try this a couple more casts, guys. But if you haven't played in comps, this is one I would recommend. It's just one of those lucky comps. You just need that one lucky. I have to look. I want to say it was 12 or 13. It might be 12.6 or something. I'll have to look and see here in a second. It's any muskie. Gotta be top water though. I want to say it's 13 pound. You need one as close to 13 pounds as you can get, or 6 kilos. But it's got to be a topper walker, popper. Buzz baits do not count. I repeat, John, buzz baits do not count. As you can see, there's one back there playing, so he's there. I usually do a few casts with a popper. If that's not cutting it, either change your color or go to a walker. I usually hit one or the other. And just time-wise, you want to kind of give each spot, 7 or 8 minutes. Because you're going to have walk time and pause time, that sort of thing. Since it's a 30-minute comp, try to have you about 3 spots in this thing and go from spot to spot. So I usually give each spot around 8 minutes or so. Obviously, this first spot takes you the longest to walk to. And you could try hitting it from another angle as well. But they're usually all along these weed lines right here. You can see all that activity out there. You kind of just got to wait for one to bite. And hope it's not the uni. Alright, I'm actually going to do something silly. I wish I would have brought my... I'm not putting that on there. Where's my Jolly Walker? I needed my... I don't have a titanium leader for this. Unless... I'm wanting a little slower reel speed. That's why I'm switching, guys. This is actually the one I like. The reel speed's a lot slower. It's 27.5 inches. That Kraken I had on that the Baby Zeus is not as good for top water. So let's try 2 or 3 casts here. If I can't get one to bite, I'll rotate out. In other words, that'll keep that in that strike zone a little longer with it being a slower reel speed. And at this point, I'm just hoping I can catch a fish. Come on. I'll give it 3 more casts. If I don't get nothing, I got to get out of here. Again, paying attention to your time. So 30 minutes down to 22 or 21 gives me time to hit 2 other spots. And if you're really lucky, you don't cast in the freaking weeds. Pulling out solid again, guys. Pulling out the fresh greens. Frogs do work as well, guys. Frog poppers, frogs. If you wanted to try that as well. Finally, 17 years later, got a fish. Hoping it's not too big, but it's kind of feeling that way, huh, fellas? I think this is a trophy. Of course it is. Why would it be a small one? At the moment, you don't want a big one. Oh, actually, that's on the money, fellas. That's on the money. There we we go. All right. Spawn from there. Don't mean nothing though, boys. They can get one at 13.6 or 13.1. I think it was at 13. So I'm 0.4 off. Hold on here. 13 even. So 13 pounds even. So what I'll do is come over here and try a few casts. Oh, you need some spots? I'm sorry if I missed that there. Hold on. Did my chat fall behind again? Tony, just look where I'm casting, and that should help you, man. I can send you some, but it's eating up my time. In other words, just come to this rock, Tony, and just cast out there. Anywhere out there. I'll try to get another small one, then I'll go for a big one for a tiebreaker. In fact, I might go for a big one here in a second. Come on now. Now, oh. Same thing here. These will follow it up pretty close, to be honest. I've had him hit it this far away before. So I usually work it up pretty close here. About 30 foot or so. Alright, I'm going to try a popper. Small popper. If that don't work, I'm going to go for my big. just to see if I got a nice kicker fish. Again, I can't remember exactly how close these guys get in this thing. I would prefer to have one closer to 13. I'm 13.4, so it's not bad, but I could see somebody getting one at 13.2 or so. And also, you could see how long it took me to even just get one fish, so it's definitely, for whatever reason, seems to be slower. Now, again, this kind of position I'm in, since nobody's passed me yet, I think it makes sense to go for a bigger one for a kicker fish. So I'll try to see if I can catch something a little bigger. So I'm going to upgrade. I'll try a 5-0. Black, green, or blue. Now wait, what? That's weird. Why did that not count? That was a 13 even. Guys, did you just see that? I got a 13.0 even. Or 13.0 something. Hold on. Using topwater gear. Shouldn't that have been my closest fish? Does clear muskie not count? Forms of all type muskies using topwater gear. Boat usage during the competition is prohibited. I just caught a 13. I got two 13s, but that one's as close as, pretty damn close as you can get. Why is that not, you guys seeing that?